Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Viskia Faith, and Wendy. We are here for
I'm,
this
I would
saga.
just give you a pass,
I'm super
and I'm
excited.
gonna act
I
like
can hear
you
it
just
on the
you don't
recording,
kind of know.
FYI. Super excited today to be with you guys in the building. Um, I've had a busy day today. I've had a busy week. Um, and so Wendy, how was your week? Wendy, can you hear me? All right. Well, Wendy didn't put us on mute. So,
I can hear you. I was just when you just called me, I was going to the living room turning down the TV. But
oh,
my
because
week
I
has
was
been
talking
my
about
week.
your recording. I wasn't talking about. I was talking about your recording. I wasn't talking about. I was talking about
What
your
recording?
thing you were listening to. I couldn't hear the TV. I heard what
Oh,
you were listening to.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, girl, he off the chain over there,
I know he
Mister
is.
Mister
Um.
Gabe, and
So
I'm like, I
today,
would never be a person to get on his stage
yeah, I the
because you're
son
not
he
gonna
was so
drag me for filth.
off the chain, and we're gonna talk about that because we got a big breakup. Everybody's shocked about, but I knew
I'm
it was
not
coming.
shocked.
I knew it was coming because
Me
guess
too.
what? Michael, you weren't supposed to be with her. You were supposed to be with me. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So
Okay, Auntie.
that's all right. I ain't not now. He in his 30s now.
Okay, Auntie.
I'm just saying he in his 30s and he fine. And ain't no. It's not an ugly man in that family. Like ain't none of them ugly. None of them are ugly. All them fine. Um. At any rate, I have digressed. We're gonna start with our shine. Our shine goes to LeBron James, aka Lebanon. That's what I call him. They be like, "That's not his name, Mom." I be like, "That's what Brown called him on the movie." So I call him Lebanon. I cannot never call him that again because that's what Brown called him. So LeBron James has made history as the first active NBA player to become a billionaire. If y'all don't know, LeBron got his hands in everything. He moved to LA, which was a strategic move. As you know, he's been producing shows and movies and that sort of thing. Bruh man is a billionaire. He has come a long way from his humble beginnings in Akron, Ohio, raised by a single parent. He has been doing his thing. I've watched quite a few of the shows that he has produced, including the Tulsa, Oklahoma documentary that we saw. That was on I think it was on the History Channel, if I'm not mistaken, or CNN, one of the two. But he is the first active player. He struck his first deal at the age of 18 with Nike in 2003. That partnership itself kind of paid him off. And he got a lifetime deal that he inked in 2015. And then, if that was not enough, hold on. If that was not enough, he is an 18-time NBA All-Star, four-time NBA champion, two-time Olympic gold medalist. He missed the playoffs four times in the last 19 seasons, probably due to injuries. But he is the second highest earning athlete in the world. The highest athlete in the world is soccer superstar Lionel Messi, who is number one. And now at 37, he has reached his career milestone is becoming a billionaire. Um, so everything that he has had his hands in, his endorsements, for instance, and I think his net worth is 1.2 billion in pre-tax earnings. The majority of it is coming from his endorsement brands like AT&T, Pepsi, and Walmart. Another key component is, of course, he's been doing business. He has brand partner deals. In addition to his endorsements, he turned down an endorsement with McDonald's that was worth 15 to partner with Blaze Pizza Chain, where he's an investor, so he's getting a return on his investment. And he's done different deals like that with Lyft, and Tonal. So, bruh man doing his thing.
And can I say this?
Mhm,
Can I say this? He's
mhm.
doing this while married to a black woman. That's all I gotta
While
say.
married to a black woman. Let me also say this, because a lot of brothers had their panties in a bunch this weekend, or not this weekend, this week, because he said he owed all of his success with his woman. He could not do anything without Savannah, because Savannah has been at home holding down the fort, raising the babies, doing that thing. And so for whatever reason, men had a problem with that. I do not know why. Um, but he also has his Spring Hill TV and movie production company that has that has contributed to his wealth. And in 2020, he and his business partner Maverick Carter announced the company alongside secured a $100 million investment. He made history as the first black partner of Fenway Sports Group, becoming part owner of the Boston Red Sox. I remember we talked about that. And of course, although I did not particularly care for the new Space Jam movie, not that the old one was the greatest either, but I was more excited for that one as a kid than I am for this one as an adult. It grossed $163 million at the box office. So he got a lot of money coming in and out, and he's doing his thing. He has a TV show that I watch on Apple Plus. He's had TV shows with stars. The basketball show with the little boy that they feel like he's gonna go to the NBA. I can't remember the name of it right now. It's starring Ice Cube's son. Um, that's a LeBron James production. So he got his hands in a lot. He's doing his thing. I'm super excited, very proud of Lebanon James, aka LeBron. So super excited for that. So and I'm glad that he's honoring his wife as well. So I think that's good. One more story, and then we're gonna roll on up the river and through the woods into the mess. So there is a lady in Arizona who turned her life completely around and earned 3 degrees in 5 years. Her name is, hold on, I gotta get used to this mouse. Margaret Hall. She is the 47-year-old mother of 6 who admits she didn't always make the best choices. She served time in prison after receiving a Class C felony 6 years ago. She was sentenced to 6 months in federal prison. She was released, and then she decided she wanted to do something different with her life. So she first enrolled into Glendale Community College before transferring to Arizona State University. And now 5 years later, she's earned 3 degrees, most recently graduating summa cum laude with a master's degree in interdisciplinary studies and pre-law. She never thought that she would have been here 6 years ago. She's grateful that she pushed through and proved to herself and her children that there is a rainbow at the end of a dark road. When she was sitting in jail, she said she had to change her life. That's the time to make that decision, child. I just want you to know. So I'm glad that she's doing that. She's in the process of launching her own grant writing business, supporting the work of nonprofit organizations. So I'm super excited for that. And her advice to everybody is never give up. It's not where you start, but it's where you end up. So congratulations to Ms. Hall. I can't wait. Hopefully y'all have another story. And those 2 stories that I just shared with you guys are courtesy of Because of Them We Can. Wendy, do we have any I don't ain't nothing. Oh, yes, we do. We do have some reality news.
Are you talking about Nene Leaks getting
Oh
sued?
Lord, Nene. So y'all,
We should have that alleged.
everything is
On.
alleged. I'm just gonna say that. I have to make the banner. I have not made it yet, but everything that we discuss is alleged. Okay. But it's allegedly all over the blogs, and everybody is reporting and talking about. Even TMZ, she made the TMZ. So apparently, her boyfriend, wife, because he's apparently married, is suing her because claiming that she broke up their marriage or whatever. Now, there are only 6 states in the country that you can do this in. This lady just so happened to stay in North Carolina, which is one of those states where the spouse can sue the other person in a relationship.
So my thing is, so she's claiming that Nene broke up her marriage. Wasn't he already in Atlanta, or did she meet him in North Carolina? See,
I don't
that's
know
the
where she
story.
met him at. I don't know the parameter, but remember, this happened to Fantasia. Remember, Fantasia's son, um, her son, the middle
They,
child that she had was by the guy who was a manager at the like phone store or something. Um, I don't know that Fantasia knew that he was married at the time that she started dealing with him, but she ended up pregnant by this man, and his wife sued Fantasia. I don't know if you remember that story or not, for their relationship. But here's my thing: divorce the
you should
man
sue
that's
him.
cheating.
You
Get
should sue him. I'm
sue
like,
him and divorce the man that's cheating on you, if that's the case. Um, there is a rumor that Nene's lounge is closed too. That's a rumor. I know that Nene is going to be. They're having a celebrity version of College Hill. That, and we briefly talked about that. But it's Nene and some other stars that are gonna be, and they're actually gonna be like going to class and that sort of thing, and staying, I think, in like a loft like the College Hill students did back
Mhm.
when they did College Hill back in the day. So I'll be interested in seeing that. I hope her lounge ain't shut down. I really hope that's just a rumor. Cause that's one of my places that I want to go. I want to go to the Lanithia Lounge. Um, so we shall see. Do you have any? Did you watch the Real Housewives of Dubai? I missed the first episode.
I did. It was underwhelming for me.
It didn't give me what I needed. It didn't give us the
I
fabulous that we was looking for.
it it gave you, they talked about, of course, the money and everything, but I'm like, blase, blase, blase.
Oh
That's all I
God!
gotta say. So we can
Oh
talk
my
about that
God!
tomorrow. Watch it and
I,
we can talk about it.
okay, we'll watch it because I was excited because I was like, yes,
I
because
mean, and then
they
you
make
have
money.
this Somalian model chick. I think they all look alike. If you're from Somalia, you're gonna look like Iman. I'm sorry, because she looked like a replica of Iman.
She does look like a mom. She
And
does look like a
she
mom.
is
And I
the
said, wait a minute, Mom, you moved to Dubai? When
and
I first
she
saw the
is the
preview,
highest paid black model in Dubai.
I can see that.
And she's, oh my gosh, she's obnoxious. I'm sorry.
Is she?
Yes,
Okay,
it's
I guess
horrid.
I'll watch it.
It's horrid. It's
Not
horrid.
horrid.
Horrid. It's horrid.
One more thing, for those basketball wives fans, we know why Brandy is beefing with Malaysia.
Okay, why?
You,
Because I've been recording, but I have not been watching.
Brandy is upset with Malaysia because Brandy got kicked off the show for calling Shani the B word,
But she
and
called her the
Malaysia
B
say,
word.
huh,
But she
huh,
called her the B word. She
correct,
called her the B word.
correct.
So you can't get mad for what you said out of your mouth, and it was recorded.
That is the
Wasn't it recorded?
real, huh? No,
It
she
was
no, it
recorded.
wasn't recorded. She said it to her face. You don't remember that episode? They were on the beach. This was when Tammy and Eva, not Eva. Is her name Eva? What's that girl name? Evelyn. When Tammy and Evelyn, when they merged the first season where they merged LA and Miami together. And so it was Tammy, Evelyn, and Shawnee, and then it was like the LA girls. And they were cool, like Jackie or whatever, but Malaysia and Brandon was kind of like in their feelings a little bit about some of the stuff that was going on and taking place. And Brandon said, Shani, I feel like sometimes you be acting like a bitch. Shani said, I'm not a bitch, but I'm gonna be a bitch today. Thank you for your services. Yes, girl, I hollered. That girl said, thank you for your services, but they are no longer needed. And Brandy, her mouth was just open. And I was like, why did you say that to that lady? She is the producer of the show. She the boss. Why would you say that to her? So when that happened and when that took place, Malaysia tried to bring Brandy on the show after the facts. They weren't having it. And that was not Malaysia's call. So really, Brandy tried to make it seem like they fell out because of the fact that Shawnee not Shawnee, but Malaysia didn't reach out when her father died, and that was not the case. They fell out because Brandy got kicked off the show, and she felt like Malaysia could have did more to have her back. And Malaysia tried to get her to talk to the ladies. Malaysia tried to get, it was so many different situations that I saw where Malaysia tried to bring Brandy to the table, and they got it on tape. But nevertheless, they weren't having it, and it's nothing that and Malaysia was like, I wasn't finna stop my bag. I have kids to take care of. You got a whole husband at the house. I don't. I'm a single mama. And right now, Malaysia, I think, is depressed. She's going through like baby daddy drama with her ex right now. He's a coach, but he has not been paying child support. And so she's really struggling to try to make sure that she keeps the life up for her kids. So she's going through like a little bit of a depression. And she shared with Jackie some of the stuff that she's gone through. And of course, she shared with Zell some of the things that she's gone through. But they've never, it's been a problem. And instead of Brandy, like, caring, Brandy is focused on herself. And Brandy hasn't changed. Like, I've seen some growth in some of the other ladies, like seeing them come back to the table. Now, I'm sure it's going to be some mess coming up real soon. But the mess has really been between Brandy and Malaysia at this point. And I've seen some growth because Brooke used to fight left and right. She used to be ready to jump on folk left and right. She's real calm. She's real cool, collected. She's been married for like 5 years now. I'm seeing growth in all the ladies, but I don't see any growth in Brent. Even Duffy, who got on my nerves the first time she was on the show, when Tammy was trying to knock her upside her head, has even shown growth. I don't see that in Brandy at all, period. I don't. So y'all can watch the mess unfold, but I just got caught up and finished watching episode 3 yesterday or this morning, I think. But yeah, it's a mess over there. Real quick, couple news. If you are familiar with the singer Ari Lennox, she is dating Married at First Sight star Keith Manley the second. Did not watch. I don't think I watched his season. Do you know who this is?
Yes. The woman virgin.
Say that one more time.
The woman that they picked for him to marry, she was a virgin, and that was basically their problem.
Okay.
And she didn't have the experience, and she wasn't ready to give her body yet.
Understandable, but you
Yes.
married at first sight. Okay. Well, that didn't work out. So now he
So
is
they
dating.
decided to get the divorce.
Right. Well, he is dating singer Ari Lennox. I like Ari. She's really, really cool. Beautiful, dark skinned chocolate baby girl. I love her music. I dig it. Pressure right now is probably about to get on my nerves because they play it a whole lot. But she's a dope artist. And I don't know if she's been unlucky in love. She really doesn't share her personal life like this. So I was really shocked when I saw the post, the Instagram post or the announcement. But congratulations to them both. And I pray and I hope that this is a great partnership, relationship, whatever. Booship, buddyship, whatever. So I hope that works out for them. So I have not watched the DC version of I hadn't seen them. I haven't seen them.
Love and Marriage, DC.
Yeah, I hadn't watched it.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
do have
either, but I've been recording it though.
okay. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. So apparently John Gray has cheated again.
Oh my gosh.
This time with the stripper.
Oh my gosh. Dude, stop preaching. Stop preaching. Stop. I'm tired. Stop.
That's how I
preaching.
feel.
If you're gonna do this, you are unrepresenting what the word is all about. Stop preaching altogether.
At this point, I'ma just go on and say, y'all in an open relationship at this point. He for the streets, sis. I just feel like I don't want you to buy her nothing. I literally want you to leave that woman alone. Like, y'all just need to go your separate ways. Because if you got to constantly cheat with folk, why are you married? I just don't understand. He said he needed to take a step back to heal. I hope that means you're gonna step back from the ministry. And I didn't realize, I think you told me that he is one of the he was a minister under Joel Osteen at one point, and then
Mm-hmm.
he moved to North Carolina to take over another ministry. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct. And he used to come to our church, well, Life Church,
Oh, okay.
and
I was
speak
about to
to
say,
the
not in
kids.
Breath of Life, he didn't.
And speak to the
He's,
kids. Speak to the kids. You hear me?
and
At the
he's an
access
awesome
access
minister.
cost. He
He's an awesome
is.
he's an awesome minister, but bruh, I need you to set all the way down because
Mm,
you doing too
Sat
much, and
down.
I don't
Sat
like it.
down.
And your wife
Sat
don't
down.
either.
Sat your butt down. Sat it
You can't
down.
keep embarrassing this lady like that. I need another plug, Jesus. You can't keep embarrassing this lady like this and expecting folk to follow your word. I can't. I personally cannot. I don't know about nobody else, but I know that I can't. So that's where I am with that. He needs to stop. Definitely needs to stop what he's doing. Um, yeah, definitely needs to stop what he's doing. Um, so apparently Megan Thee Stallion showed up to the premiere of season 2 of P Valley. I'm sure they were super excited about that. She was looking darling in her garbs. I'm super excited that she was able to attend. I don't know if she got a song on the soundtrack or what's going on, but I can't wait. And I have not watched the first episode. Um,
I'm surprised. I thought you would have been the first one to watch it.
Girl, I've been so this child on punishment. He is attached to my hip. You don't
He's
want to do
doing
family
he's
stuff.
doing that so he can get off of punishment.
Girl, he attached to my hip. Do you know Amari Hardwick just recently revealed on a podcast that he was only paid 150K per episode for Power,
For power.
and he was on there for 6 seasons. I mean, they didn't raise your salary, my guy. I knew at the beginning maybe 150 episode, but he said he's had to borrow money from 50 a couple of times. He paid it back with interest. Now Amari's been working for quite some time, even before Power. He's been in like movies and on the TV and doing his thing. Um, I'm super excited to see what else he has coming up because he is a great actor. But it's really interesting to know that that's all he was paid for their role, and that's one of the roles that he's best known for. Everybody calls that man Ghost. So
Mm-hmm.
that was interesting to see that take place. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan are no longer together after a year and a half of this relationship bliss. Um,
Not
he
surprised.
They're not together. So here's my thing. There is a little bit. I don't know how old. Let me see how old Mike is real quick. I know
Mike is in
Lori's
his mid
35.
30s. He's either in his early 30s, he's in his early to mid 30s. But go ahead.
I'm finna tell you exactly how. Oh, he is 35 years old. She's 20. So he's 10 years older than she is. Um,
And he ready to settle down.
and I think he's ready to settle down. And I don't blame him, boy. You let somebody enjoy their fineness for the rest of your life. I would like to throw my hat in the towel. I know it might be too soon, but
Mm-hmm.
he ain't that much. He's not that much younger than me. You talking about hey auntie, and I'm not that much older than
Hey
him.
auntie, are you gonna give him
Maybe
are you gonna give him a baby?
no, we might have to adopt. I would be willing
Oh,
to do that. I'm not pushing no more babies out of me. As the
okay, but what
baby
if he
fact,
said I want my own baby? See,
you can't have it. What? See, here's my thing. I don't understand what the deal is with that. I'm a woman of a certain age. Okay, it's harder for me to do those things. You know what I'm saying? To produce. My eggs is probably, dust. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to go through in vitro. I don't want to do any. I've had my children can go to the bathroom. They can put their own clothes on. They can iron their clothes. One
Mm-hmm.
can cook. The other one can throw something in the air fryer. Like they're low maintenance people. I take them. I drive them to where they need to go. hopefully real soon I won't be driving one. I just feel like, you know, um,
But see, that won't matter to if he's in his 30s. He wants a baby. He wants a seed,
he can have a
honey.
seed. The seed ain't got to come from me. I don't know. Well, let me say this because I am actually I have gotten back out there in the dating world. And I am actually not necessarily exclusively, but I am dating someone that's a little younger than me. Um, I don't. We ain't had the kid conversation, but I don't want no kids. I'm very clear about what I want, and kids is not one of them. Literally, this is what I want. I want a forever boo to travel the world. We grow together. You got a business, I got a business, or you got your career, and I got my businesses, and we just grow and flow and go. I want to be able to pick up. Baby, let's go to Italy tomorrow. That's what I want. That's what I want. Have a little sex, make a little love, going on about our business. I want to go back to Vegas. I really do. I think I need to go with a boo. I don't need to go on no work trip. I need to go with a boo to Vegas to experience more, more things that Vegas has to offer. That's how I feel. I don't, so that's just me. Now, maybe that means Michael ain't for me. I'm putting it out there. He probably won't ever see this podcast no way. But I don't think Lori and Michael were on the same page. I think Lori still want to be out here in these streets dipping it and doing it. And I that's what I believe. Um they wanted different things. And it is what it is. Sad, but
It
but
is.
but
It
the
is
kids
what
aren't
it
together
is.
anymore. So y'all shoot y'all shot. If he
It
wants a
is
baby,
what it is.
yeah, if he wants a baby, I can't get it to him, but I can give him all the other stuff, baby. Oh Lord. Okay. Um.
Child.
So.
I'm so
um.
sorry.
So real quick update. We talked about Young Thug. He didn't get arrested. That man ain't getting out no time soon. They didn't deny his bail. That man is it, and everybody done turned on him. Everybody in his crew said, "Hey man, we scared of him. Keep him in prison. Keep him locked up." So that's where he gonna stay. That's where he gonna stay. Did you hear Candy's song from the play?
The
Legs,
body song
hips,
and
and
hips
body,
and body, addy, addy.
body, Addy. Oh my god.
I was like,
That was too
oh
funny to
Lord.
me. Now, uh, it's in my head now. Because I'm
That's
thinking
because
about
that's all you see. That is all you see.
um Bobby Brown is still saying that Janet Jackson would forever be his crush. Is the crush of his life. I bet them folk would not let you get with Janet. And it's funny how we saw him and Janet in the Bobby Brown story, but Janet didn't mention him in that documentary, honey. She went
Oh,
right
they
on to
did not,
Renee.
honey. You know
um,
what? I think you okay, and you may think this is crazy, but I think she is a bit have colorism. You know what I'm talking about?
you think
Because
so?
if you notice, just think about it. If you notice, she married James DeBarge, Renee, and then that Muslim dude. They all
So
light
hold
skinned.
on. Let me say this
Hold on,
though.
but let me get finished.
Okay.
So she didn't had the fling with Bobby Brown, dark skin. She had a an open fling with Jermaine Dupri. I think he would have been the exception because she fell in love with Jermaine Dupri. She was
She
in love
did.
with
They
him
got
until he
engaged. They were
cheated.
engaged to be married.
Okay,
One
so
of them nigga
he's
had
the
still had the
exception.
audacity to cheat
But
on her. Keep going. I'm sorry.
I just think that with Bobby Brown at that time, she wasn't going to go open with him because of his color. That's what I think.
Let me tell you what I believe. Okay. First of
Okay.
all, I'm being a dark skinned girl. The light skinned
Hmm.
brothers, I don't know what it is about me. They be trying to holler at me. Okay. Last guy I was in a relationship with, lights is, I don't know what. Them light skin, my mama, oh, you like light skin? No, they like me.
Mm-hmm.
They like me. I can't help that they like people like me. You know, not saying that the dark brothers don't be trying to holler neither, but the light skin, they be a Jalen's daddy is dang near white. I didn't ask for that. He asked for me. Okay. I'm just putting it out there. I don't. So I think you're attracted to who you're attracted to, and sometimes you're attracted who is attracted to you. This is the other thing. Everybody had this bad boy persona about Bobby Brown. Okay. The Jacksons came from the hood, but they were not of the hood. At that point, Janet don't even remember the hood that they grew up in because she was a baby when they moved to California. So think about this. Janet Jackson is America's sweetheart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Bobby Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Janet was not able to do what Whitney did. Whitney was like, hey, dog, I don't care what y'all say. I'm finna be with Bobby. That was her thing. I don't care. Y'all trying to handle this. Y'all trying to block this blessing for me. And what y'all ain't gonna do is block what I got going on for me. That was the difference. Janet she really cared about what the people around her thought. She cared about what her team thought. She cared about what they had to say. Whitney didn't care. Whitney did Whitney. That's what I feel. I
She
don't
said, Bobby.
because Bobby was a bad boy. Bobby was out there.
He was laying the pipe.
He was laying that pipe though, but he was out there, baby. He was out there. The funerals have started for the Uvalde victims. An anonymous person donated 175. When you put the white paper in front of your face, all I see is your background. I don't see.
Okay.
I just want to let you know.
I'm almost done. Go ahead.
I got you. So yeah, they have started. Somebody did donate $175,000 to cover the funerals. Kamala Harris actually went to one of the victims' funeral. So that's that. That's beginning. There was another shooting at a hospital in Tulsa. Was that Tulsa?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. 2 doctors and 2 patients
Died. Listen, and I understand y'all don't want to give y'all guns up, and this is not what we're saying. Canada, Trudeau said that they gonna put their guns up in Canada. Like you can't get no guns like that up there. I don't know Canada to be a very violent place at all. However, I see a lot of people on the internet talking about they're gonna take away the guns and blah 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 blah. We are not saying take away the guns. That is not what we are saying. We are saying people.
You don't need assault rifles.
You don't need no assault. What do you need a assault rifle for? Why do you need that if you don't hunt?
Well, you really don't need that when you hunt.
Well, it depends.
You need a rifle, but not an assault rifle where you can just.
I get
you
that.
Know what I'm talking about?
So I think it's not. Nobody is saying take the guns away. They're saying first of all, screen the idiots that are getting the guns. Let's start with that. They got some mental issues. They got some different things going on to where they gonna go shoot up a place or blow some things up. You know, the guy that shot up the school, that man turned 18 and went and bought a gun.
And I'm trying to figure out how in the world he was able to talk about shooting his grandmama and shooting up a school on Facebook. But then I get to Facebook jail for talking about blowing up spiders. That's all I want to know.
I don't understand that. I don't get it. It's crazy, but that's my thing. Like that part, you gonna go shoot something, and you done told. And 9 times out of 10, they get on there and they tell, "Hey, I'm finna go shoot da 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 da. I'm finna blow up this. I'm finna do that." Oh my god! Like, come on, stop. So this is happening like once a week now. I'm tired. Actually not just once a week. There are reports of different shootings happening in different places. It's just not all of them are not making national news. Um, so I think that it's important for us to think about that. There needs to be gun control. We don't necessarily need to snatch the guns away, but there needs to be some type of control put in place as it
Right.
regards to that. Like there's no way that at the age of 18 you should be able to just go get a gun. No, I don't agree with that because
Mm-hmm.
18-year-olds don't make the best decisions, especially with the guns, as we see. That's really, really crazy. And I think that we need to take into consideration that aspect of it. Um, the NFL is getting hit really hard. Jeff Gladney got in a fatal car accident on Monday. At the age of 25, he was a 2020 first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I think this looks like he played for the Vikings. But this is like the third or fourth NFL player that's had like a tragic car accident. Um, the one guy was on the interstate and ended up getting hit because he ran out of gas. I don't understand how he ran out of gas, but he did run out of gas. My laptop just died because I couldn't find a way to plug it up. But I know what else we're going to talk about, so that's good. I've done what I came to do. Um, but I'm seeing that a lot, and that's really I don't that's crazy that a lot of them are dying due to that. That's really crazy. Tatiana Miller, the daughter of Master P, died at the age of 29. It is known that I didn't know that she was on a season of was she on a season of Growing Up Hip Hop? Wendy, I know you watch Growing Up Hip Hop. I don't necessarily watch it. Um, she was on in 2016. She was on Growing Up Hip Hop. That's what I'm reading here.
Yeah,
Um,
she was. She made a brief appearance, you know.
okay, and I think she talked about her struggles with like substance abuse and mental health at that point in time. They have not released the details of how she passed, but I'm thinking it may have to do with some substance abuse and having to go to rehab and that sort of thing. Um, they wanted privacy, and of course that's warranted. I agree. Give the people privacy, and go from there. Uh,
My assumption is that on the way that they said it on the Twitter, they said substance abuse and mental illness had the cause of it. So it could be she committed suicide.
she could have. She could have. Okay. So last week we talked about Monique and DL Hughley and this beef, and it's gotten uglier this week.
Oh my goodness.
Um, Let me start off by saying this. If I had to pick between seeing DL Hughley, you so silly, and Monique in concert, I would go see Monique. DL Hughley it has never been that funny to me. Even in the Kings of Comedy, I didn't feel like he should have had that title. That's just where I'm
You,
going.
do you think Steve Harvey should have taken? They should have switched places.
They should have let DL host, and they should have let Steve Harvey um do a
By the
set.
way, did you get your book?
I have to go check my mail. I don't think we checked it this weekend. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I think I did though, because I feel like Jalen was like, "Who is this lady?" I'll double check and I'll let you know.
I
Um,
thought, who this woman?
right. Um, but um, so Steve, so I think they should have switched it, but I still don't think it would. I really feel like they probably should have got somebody else, like a Dundee C. Curry, Ronaldo Ray. They had some picks. I think they should have chose somebody better. We didn't. A lot of us when we went to the movie theater to go see the Kings of Comedy. I was not spending the money. I was a broke college student at the time when they was on tour. I was not spending that money to go see them live and in concert. I heard they was doing a movie. I said, okay, fam, what we doing? So me and my college buddies got in the car, piled up in the car, went to the movie theaters, and saw it when it came out at the movies. Um, Again, he's not. Now, he makes some good points, and I don't always agree with him. His radio show is pretty good. I've heard the radio show. So when you
I like what I don't know if they still do it because I'm not in the car during the time of it, but I like the Millennial Minute.
And right, I think that's is that something his daughter does? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I've seen his because they have I can't remember what station it was on, but they would show like the live recordings or the video recordings of his radio show, and so I thought it was cool. Okay. So fast forward to this issue or situation. Now, first of all, let me also say this. I believe that both of y'all got played. I believe that the promoter told Monique that she was the headliner, and I think the promoter told DL that he was a headliner. I don't think there was a conversation about them co-headlining. I think that's where the mistake was. Okay.
It was the promoter.
I think it was the promoter, and I think her frustration was misguided. Now, let's fast forward to this week, okay? So, DL showed his deal memo, and Monique showed her contract. The contract that the promoter agreed to and that they signed, and the show order that was given to Monique was different from the deal memo that DL sent out, and that the show order was for DL. So again, I think this is a promoter issue and not a Monique and DL issue. However, what I don't like is that Monique and her husband gets on live and they discuss this, and now she's saying, oh, I've been mad at DL. This ain't just started. I've been mad at DL because DL has been talking about me and been sullying my name in the streets and giving me all kinds of this, that, and the third. She ain't lying. She's not lying. But here is my thing. I didn't pay to come see you, dog DL, at a comedy show. I didn't pay to do that. I paid to hear you tell jokes. None of that you did.
So she went on the comedy show where she was with DL, talking about DL.
Yes, DL was on the same comedy show. He went after her.
Did he go after her too?
He went after her. I don't know. I don't think he did. I think he did whatever set he was planning on doing. But he went after she got off the stage, DL came on the stage and did a set. So here's my thing. I do not think, she was like, I kept my mouth closed for years because I wanted to address him. Why not address him? She also spoke of a situation where she went on his radio show, and I don't know how long ago this was, and they said, hey, we're going to play this game. And it was like a would you rather type of game. And I think his daughter was the person who does that because that's one of the segments that he does on his show. And she said she was going to play along. And they asked a question about her husband. Now, although they have said they got an open relationship, she's fiercely protective of her relationship with her husband, which I don't understand it, because if y'all for the streets, y'all need to be for the streets. Don't bring nobody else in it, okay? So the person said, would you rather him sleep with a woman with no condom or sleep with Lee Daniels with no condom? She went off. She was pissed off. She didn't want to play the game no more, whatever that situation was. Or maybe she said she wasn't going to answer the question. I can't remember exactly what happened, but she mentioned that in the comedy set and that it was an inappropriate question. Now, here's the thing. I believe that as a show host, if I'm interviewing somebody, I know what to ask or what to not ask, if that makes sense. I know not to come at you with questions, sideways questions about certain things, because I've done my research on you when I know what's up. apparently also I learned, because I didn't see the whole, I just saw the clip about DL, but apparently in that same stage, she chose the opportunity to again dog Oprah, who I don't think Oprah is ever gonna apologize to Monique. I need Monique
Mm.
seeking for that apology from Oprah, because Oprah got her $1 billion and she don't care. She did what she did.
Oprah, like, I did not give up a care, B. You
She
can say whatever you want
she ain't
to.
sorry. Tyler Perry, who apologized to Monique and told Monique that she was correct and apologized, apparently she still got a bad taste in her mouth about Tyler Perry. And her and Steve Harvey, I thought, hashed out their issues. She still got a problem with Steve Harvey. Steve apologized to her on his show. They had a
Mm-hmm.
discussion. They had a brotherly, sisterly discussion, because they've always claimed each other as brothers and sisters in the industry. Okay. Apparently, she still got a problem with Steve Harvey. So Steve Harvey said, listen, at this point, girl, you still mad. It ain't us, it's you. Because it's
Mm-hmm.
the common denominator. So here's my thing. Neither time that Monique aired out her grievances. Now, this last time, I'm going to say that was a promoter issue. That ain't had nothing to do with DL. DL people negotiate his contract. Your people negotiate your contract. Your people just don't happen to be your husband. Okay? That ain't got nothing to do with DL.
Mm-mm.
Nothing to do with DL.
Mm-mm.
Okay?
Mm-mm.
Were you correct about Netflix? You were, because I ain't no way in the world, and you not funnier than Amy Schumer, because you are extremely loads and tons of funnier than Amy Schumer. You are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times funnier than Amy Schumer. There is no
Mm-hmm.
way that girl should have got the money that she got for Netflix to do her Netflix comedy special, and you got the kibbles and bits that you got. Okay. I do believe that it was part of that was they were like not working with you because they said you were difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that had a lot to do with it. I
And
agree.
then, did you hear about the long list that she wanted in her green room of the stuff that
That's
she
the other
wanted?
thing. So here's my thing. Is that for you or is that for your husband? Like, what? Explain to me why are you asking for all these elaborate things? Now, I do know that she has gone vegan. I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
But can we not be? I don't know. I'm an artist, so I don't think that I would have elaborate things in my green room or ask for elaborate things for myself. You know, maybe some water, maybe a little snacks, but I probably wouldn't ask for crazy stuff. But I know that's the industry, and I know dealing with artists and helping to book artists when I was at Jackson State for homecoming events and that sort of thing. They had an elaborate list of things that they wanted in their green room. So I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
part of the industry, and that's a part of negotiating and all that stuff. So I get
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm not mad at that, because if J-Lo can ask for all white room when I mean, why not? Um, but I also feel like there's a way to go about things, and the way that Monique has gone about these things are not cool. And at this point, we gotta stop kicking and screaming, and we gotta have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Because now you don't make nobody want to work with you, period. And then,
Period.
and what's
Who's
going to
going to
happen?
want to do that? Who?
And you may not want your husband to be your manager either.
I think I've always seen a so let me and I'm gonna give Kiki Wyatt as an example. Her second husband, Michael, who was on the R&B Diva show with her. Of course, that was the one that ended up cheating with one of her background singers while she was pregnant. He was her manager.
Mm-hmm.
She pretty much was okay with the direction in which he took her in, but I feel like that can sully the waters. That can muddy the waters when your husband is your manager. I can't remember. It was another one of the ladies. Their husband was their manager too. They ended up getting a divorce. Like, I think that's gonna be a problem because
Wasn't that the same with Mary J. Blige? Was it her
yes,
husband, her
oh my
manager?
God, can do. He can't do, but she's still having to pay. I don't know if she's still paying spousal support to him or not, but like Yeah, things like that. What were you doing before you got with her? Did she make you
Mhm.
her manager? Because I had never heard of you before y'all got together. So did she make you her manager? Just say, babe need a job, so let me give babe a job, or because I'm my lifestyle. You can't go manage nobody else, my guy. Like those are the things that I'm thinking about and talking about. So I think it muddies the waters when it comes to a relationship, and I think that that's a problem, like a real life problem. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be clear. Now, whatever, if she gonna rock with her boo, let her rock with her boo by all means. But don't take your frustrations out on the wrong person. Now, if you had a problem with him outside of that, I feel like you can get that man's number from somebody and have a conversation with him about whatever. And he was talking about, he was giving his opinion, which he gives his opinion on a lot of stuff. And I don't always agree with the opinions that he gives, because I feel like he put his mouth on people. And then when folk threaten him and be like, bruh, see me outside, he want to start going in a different direction. And so I don't always agree with some of the things that he says, but at the same time, pick up the phone, call into that man's radio station and have that conversation, or go to him. You know where he work at. Fly on into town and say, hey, DL, we need to have a conversation, because I don't like some of the things you've been saying. These are things that have been said over the years, and you haven't addressed it not once,
Mhm.
but you address Oprah, you address Tyler Perry, you address Lee Daniels, you address everybody else that has been a pain in your behind, and they weren't there for you to address the situation. That's the other thing. You waited till you got on the same stage with this man to
Mhm.
address and air out this grievance. I'm not saying that you are wrong for being upset, but what I am saying is that you are wrong for how you are handling your situations, and it's making you seem like you are difficult to work with. Period.
Mhm.
Love you.
Mhm.
Love your comedy, has followed your career, have had tons of respect. I still haven't lost respect for you, but you gotta handle things the right way, sis. You can't jump in up and down every time something doesn't go your way. You can't. She ain't wrong, but she going about it the wrong way. And that's really what Steve Harvey was trying to tell her. He said, sis, I
Mhm.
disagree. I feel like you should have went about it in a different manner.
Mhm.
They already have a lot stacked up against them because you black and you a woman
Sorry.
in the game of comedy, and now you're making that angry black woman moniker a thing. You know what I'm saying? I fight for what you believe in, but fight in a different way.
Mhm.
Wanda Sykes was presented with the same situation that Monique was presented with. Wanda took her comedy show somewhere else and made a whole lot more than Netflix.
Mhm.
In that Netflix situation, I would have started a bidding war. I would have reached out to Stars. I would have reached out to HBO, Flix. I think it's where Wanda did her special. Like you had ways to reach out and do this and get a lucrative situation for yourself.
Mhm.
And that's what I feel. That's just what I think about that whole situation. Um, any thoughts? Any further thoughts before I move on?
Because she, oh my gosh. I'm like, sis, I'm I don't think it's all Monique. I think
You think
she's
it's a
under
husband?
I think it's her husband.
I believe so too. I believe so too. Um, but I don't think she's gonna ever admit that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's ever gonna be a conversation that she's gonna be ready to have. Um, so our title of our episode is narcissistic behavior. So that was one narcissistic person that I mentioned. And the next person, let me tell y'all something. I like the Smiths. I do. I really do. But when Will and I already messed up, and he acknowledged he messed up, and he done took a sabbatical, and he trying to get his life together. He trying to get it together. Bad Boys 4, I'm very proud of y'all for saying we finna move forward with what we got going on. This monkey ain't finna stop this show. Will is a
Mm-hmm.
good person. He made a mistake. He didn't do uh um he didn't do, no BS type of situation. He said, okay, I did it. That speech that night, that man was still upset. And I get it. He was mad. He thought he was doing the right thing and dealing with his wife. He shouldn't have smacked Chris Rock. Okay. When Jada had the opportunity to mention the Oscar slap on Red Table Talk, and I have not watched the Red Table Talk like
The
any other
the
show.
last table talk that I watched was the one with Chelsea's mama on it.
Well, who's
The
mom?
the the former Miss America who jumped.
I see. I haven't seen any. I can't remember the last episode that I watched, but I have not seen any recent episodes. But
Mhm.
apparently, on this past episode, she mentioned that Chris. She hopes that Chris and Will can work it out
Ooh.
because we
Hold
need
on.
both of them. Because we need both of them, and uh, that was basically all she had to say about it. She didn't acknowledge, that it was wrong, that Will went and slapped Chris Rock. She didn't do any of that. She was just like, you know what, we need both of them. We can't live without either one of them. So I hope they work it out. It's nothing for Chris Rock to work out. Only thing Chris Rock, in my opinion, I can't hear you because you on mute. Oh, okay. You look like you were saying something to me. Um, so I, I need accountability to be taken. If nothing else, take accountability. You don't want to hold yourself to the fire, because that's just like somebody doing something to a drug dealer's woman and a drug dealer go take care of it. And then the drug dealer going to take care of it, you know, the person dead or gone or beat up or whatever, because you're doing it. It's like a Jezebel type of spirit. If y'all familiar with the Bible, King Ahab did a whole bunch of horrible stuff, but his wife was really the puppeteer behind it. It's the same situation, in my opinion. Um, and again, I really like them, but accountability needs to be taken. Chris needs to apologize for telling the joke, but that's about it. It ain't nothing for him to work out. You came and you smacked me. I don't understand what's the point. I feel like Will could have handled that in a different situation. I've said that. I don't I don't have a problem with him standing up for his wife. I definitely don't
You
have
know what?
a problem
I
with it.
think he would have just did better by just saying, "Keep my wife's name out your dang mouth." That's how he felt.
I mean, or you could have just had a conversation with the brother and said, "Hey, dog, that was disrespectful. You shouldn't have did
Yeah,
that."
yeah.
So I just think that I just think that it's very narcissistic. Like, you need to come down the side, sis. And I'm gonna say this again. I believe that Will and Jada are soulmates, but I literally believe that Jada is miserable.
Hmm.
Do not think
Let her
she's
go.
happy
Let her go.
in that
Let her go.
situation. And I feel like if that's truly your soulmate, she'll come back to you. Y'all probably,
Hmm.
well, they have made a decision that they're never getting a divorce. The divorce is not an option. So you can have who you have over here, I can have who I have over here, and we just not gonna get no divorce. Um, and I think that that's a little crazy too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I don't know. I really think that that is really crazy to think in that manner. And that's your conversation, and that's how you rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. It's not cool. Um, but yeah, I just the accountability, man. Um, and whether we want to believe it or not, everybody in some type of position of leadership they're looked to as a role model. You know, a lot of people, I ain't no role model, but you are because they looking at you and they doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that some accountability needs to be had. I saw Vivica Fox in oh my God, what's this? Carson? Is it Carson Creasley? They did Wendy Williams this past week. So after that episode, they were doing the hot topics, and
Yeah, I think that was a rerun, if I'm not
no,
mistaken.
that was new because that was she made the comment this past week.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So
Now, what comment did she make? I didn't hear.
what Jada said on Red Table Talk about the
Mhm,
slap,
mhm.
how they needed both. We need both of them. We hope they can work it out. That's basically that was her comment. It wasn't a, it wasn't a, we need to take accountability. Will was wrong. None of that. It was just like they just need to work it out because we need both of them. I mean, Chris, ain't nobody kick Chris to no curb. Chris still out here thriving and doing and selling out
Mhm.
shows.
In
Let
fact, he sold out shows after that slap.
He absolutely did. But I mean, at the same time, he shouldn't have gotten slapped.
Right,
That
that's
was
true.
something that shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have told the joke, but he shouldn't have got slapped. So Vivica started crying and getting emotional on the show because she was like,
Oh,
they're
I'm
my
gonna have to
peers
watch
and
it.
I've done movies with both of them. And I just think that, you know, she just needs to take accountability. And I mean, and I agree. You need to. I think she was getting a little too emotional about something that ain't got nothing to do with you. But oh, okay. But but nevertheless, um, she needs to take accountability for her actions. Period.
Mm.
There is no way around that at all. There's no accountability, and I think that um and I know when Will's ready to talk about it and had a conversation, he'll have a conversation and he'll still take accountability. He apologized. I don't know if he picked up the phone to call Chris Rock and apologize to him. I think his family, I'm glad they finally shut up.
Okay, hold on. Why did I not know about the Mimosa Festival?
What you mean?
There was a Mimosa Festival today.
Okay. What you mean? Mad about what?
That I didn't know about the Mimosa Festival.
Yeah, I knew about it. I thought it had already happened, but I knew about it. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to attend because I was ripping and running, and then money, and then money.
Okay, I'm mad.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. It happened today. And uh, wonderful event. So I heard. I'm going next year. I will be at the Mama. I'm gonna be at all the liquor festivals. I just need y'all to understand and know. I'm gonna be at all of them. But it did happen. It was very hot outside though. By the time earlier today, it felt good, but it was almost 90 degrees, and I was like, eh, I'm kind of glad I didn't go. Um, Here's the other thing. Um, I am excited because I am doing a bridal shower on the 25th of June. I'm super excited about it. Um,
Okay.
it's a small bridal shower, but I got a call at the blue, and I'm very very excited to be able to do the event. So I'm super excited. Family is out of town. I'll be kind of putting it together. They'll be coming into town to have a bridal shower. So I'm extremely excited about it. Um, what else was I going to say here? Um, I was going to say something else and I forgot. Um, that's it. Oh, when do you got anything coming up?
I meant to send it to you, but I'll share it next week. I have specials going on, but you have to see the special for me to talk about
Okay.
it.
So I hopefully probably I will have slides done next week so we can show all those specials. This week also as well, we have another show, another shot glass hour show that will be at Smooth Living on Winchester Road. Carla Marie Barnes will be performing. I cannot wait. She is awesome. And she's an awesome, y'all familiar with the Barnes family. She is a great vocalist. They all are very talented in their own right. But Carla is my girl, so she's gonna come and bless us with some A and B selections for the evening at Shot Glass Hour. So make sure y'all are in the building. $10 to get in. Doors open at 7. Show kicks off at about 8:30. So make sure y'all come by and check it out. We're gonna have a massage therapist on deck. Of course, we're gonna have Flo, our bartender, on the drinks, and then we are gonna have the wonderful food that you will be able to purchase at Smooth Living. So make sure y'all are in the building and ready to support the artists that we have coming through and support everybody that is involved. Um, I think that's all I got. I think I hope I ain't missed none, but I think that's all we got.
Pray my strength. I gotta go to the office this week. It seems now they want two two what you call it? I'm trying to think of it. They
Unit?
want 2 units in the office now, which
Okay.
is kind of not because even though it's the new building on stage, half of the cubicles work. I mean, when I say it don't, I mean the cord to connect to the internet may not work, or the plug, or the
They
outlets
don't
don't work.
they don't have Wi-Fi?
No.
That's stupid. So when y'all go to work, y'all have to try to see what works and what doesn't.
So I already know which thing I can go to. The thing is, I got to get there early enough to claim my spot.
Oh my god. They should just let y'all work from home from here on out. Y'all ain't really got to see the people. Let them folk fax and email they stuff. I just
And it's like this. We are now a renewal state. I mean, county. We only work on renewals. Why do we need to see people if
right,
it's going to be um intake? No, that's
right.
how I feel.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Um, we're gonna keep praying, child. That's all that they
Yeah,
just let y'all work it. We'll talk about that next week. I'll leave it for a topic for next week because that Elon dude, the Tesla guy, then ticked me off. But we will see you guys here next week, 3:45.
yeah,
Make sure y'all are in. Um, I don't have no baby shower to run to, so we should be 3:45, 4 o'clock ish next week.
yeah.
Um, because I do have to do praise and worship at the other church, but I have enough time to get back in time. I just have to do the slides ahead of time. So we'll see you guys next week. Also, make sure y'all get with us tomorrow night for Is On. We don't have no main topic to talk about. We talked about, oh, yes, we do. Renewals and cancellations. That's what we're talking about tomorrow. So we'll talk about the shows that got renewed and the cancellations of some of the shows. The Big Sky is still in for the running. They've added Reba McEntire. Uh,
What?
yes, they've
I
added.
have not watched it.
I
I
haven't.
need to
I need to
binge it.
watch the whole second season, but they added Reba McEntire to the mix, and then one of the guys from this show called um one of the guys from he was on the soap operas, but then he went to the CW and he was on the show called Supernatural. He was one of the
I
brothers.
know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking
He's
about.
also going to be on there. Not Jared. Jared is doing the
With the
Texas
dark
Ranger
hair.
show, but it's the other one, the
The one with the
one with
blonde
blonde
hair.
hair. Yeah,
I know who you're talking
Vincent,
about. I just can't think
Vincent,
of his name.
Vincent Eccles or something like that. I think that's his name. So he's actually going to be joining for season 3 of Big Sky. So I can't wait. I'm going to actually go back and watch. We got time, so I can go back and watch all the episodes of season 2. And then we should be able to go from there, and then we'll probably add Big Sky back to our mix. I have to finish watching some of our shows that we normally watch to get those season finales in. I have not, but tomorrow we'll just probably do some reality TV, and
Mhm.
then talk about the cancellations and the renewals, and that'll be it tomorrow night. So
Okay.
you guys have a wonderful evening. Y'all have a great week. We'll see you back here next time. Bye.
Bye.